The debate over a trail has split a St. Augustine neighborhood in two. St. Johns County leaders are considering a trail that would run along Shore Drive in St. Augustine South. Our Zach Wilcox is joining us live from that area right now. And Zach, the pros and the cons of the trail certainly have a lot of people there talking.
Yeah, Channing, it may not be election season just yet, or at least not that far into election season, but there was a vote of sorts here in South St. Augustine today. We were driving along Shore Drive and we found a voting booth that had been set up with a ballot box that some neighbors put together, a grassroots movement to try and get some input on this idea. And the simple question was, yes for a trail or no for a trail. So this trail would run along Shore Drive, kind of between the road and the water. It would run along Shore Drive for a little more than 3 miles between two boat ramps, be a 5-foot asphalt trail, and it would have bridges that would go over some of the spots that are, problematic because they dip so much. And this has been going back and forth for a little while now. It comes up every couple of years. There was a workshop a couple of weeks ago that the county did for people to weigh in on. They've got a survey going on. You got the group in the neighborhood here who were trying to get some perspective from people who live here. And there were a lot of people out today. It was gorgeous out today. So we checked in with quite a few, and it just seemed like just about every single person that we talked to had a different perspective than the last.
I've seen people in wheelchairs, people with walkers, ladies with strollers, and they have to go on the road. We need help to keep people safe.
Once you put it down, it's down and you can't change it. It's going to change something. It's going to change the amount of water that the land is able to absorb, and I think being real close to the water, that's important.
All right, so a couple of opinions there. There are many more opinions on this topic, and the county leaders will have a tall task when they have to consider all of those opinions when they go to vote on this, which is scheduled for March 3rd. In South St. Augustine, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.